Kwame Brown calls out Stephen A. Smith for charging kids $2,899 at his basketball camp.
Bruh.
What is Stephen A. doing hosting the basketball camp?
Bruh.
And what are you doing paying $2,899 to even go to his basketball camp? Who teaching it? Him? Of course not. There's no doubt that growing up, a lot of kids ended up attending basketball camps to work on their games, compete against other hoopers, and get mentorship about basketball. I was one that played. I was one that coached it. I was actually a counselor at a couple of them. However, sometimes the cost of a basketball camp can be prohibitive. That was the case with Stephen A. Smith's camp, which cost $2,899 to attend. The average NBA player, they charge like maybe $250 to $300 per kid. This motherfucker's charging $3,000. What is Stephen A. gonna teach them kids, bruh? How to yell on camera?
Cause brother, taking the shot is 50% of making the shot. Ooh. Stephen A. gonna be goddamn giving out speeches and shit. $3,000 per point. He averaged one mother point in college.
But I averaged 1.5 points a game. I saw some article on social media. That's a lie. It was less.
How can you account for one $3,000 per child?
I was good enough to get a basketball scholarship with 2 bad knees.
Boy, Stephen A. gonna be like, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Do you not see me on First Take talking about the game? Do you not see me on the sideline watching the game? Do you not see me talking with Skip Bayless about the game? I even talked to Jalen Rose. I talked to Shaq. I shot the ball on the sideline with D Wade. I know I missed it, but I shot it. I'm gonna teach your son how to talk about it and not be about it.
Preach it.
What kind of New York guy that talk about ball all day like
it
this?
Ain't
like
hoop
he talk
a day in his life.
Play ball.
And ain't hoop a
New
day
York
in his
is
life.
like the mecca of basketball. This guy gotta have such an inferiority complex that he feel. I'm not talking about all around everybody from New York. I'm talking about from a basketball standpoint. New York people got handles. No matter how big or tall, small, they got handles. They got aggression. They got grit.
Look,
they got everything Stephen A. Smith.
No, Kwame. No. Times have changed now, Kwame. These Bammers like to go out on Union Square for PS5s and computer and gadgets, and they ain't hooping no more. Again, hooping goes through the house of PG County now. That's the mecca of basketball now, Kwame. You can continue now.
Please, I want to see. I want to see the footwork. I want to see the jab step. I want to see the jab step go.
Hey, I want to see that too. I want to see Stephen A. in the gym with them folks in some hooping gear. I want them in some J's. Stephen A., if you're gonna go out there though, I don't know about you other hoopers. I'm low tops now, barely a sock, but I got a sock on, of course. I used to hoop with 2 pair of socks. It secures the ankle. Breaking you down something or some gems of basketball. If you hoop, continue, Kwame.
Go left, step back. I want to see the jab step, go left, step back, crossover, pull up. I want to see the jab step back behind the back. I want to
see the basics, bruh.
Pull up. I want to see it all, Stephen A.
My bone cracked in half my first year at Winston-Salem State.
Bruh.
I still have those knee pains to this very day.
Bruh.
To be fair to Stephen A. Smith, the analyst did play college basketball at Winston-Salem University, and it is clear that he has some sort of on-court experience. Still though, $2,899 is a lot to charge kids, especially ones coming from a working class family, especially dealing with the economic pain, strain that we going through right now, Stephen A. Hopefully though, we see the analysts reduce the prices on this camp in the future. Again, what Kwame Brown saying is true. A lot of these NBA players ain't charging no more than $500 for their camp. And they open it up. DeMatha camp, I think, is maybe like $300. Not too far from DeMatha. The camp's usually $300. It might have went up in price. I'm not sure. I'm not going to do that research for you. But let me tell you how much I would charge. And I did the math. I already had the business plan. I still have it in my hard drive just in case when the brother retire, I want to get into something. How long is your camp, Stephen A? Is it the whole entire summer like I'ma do? Because with my plan, I'ma get 80 grand. With my plan, I'm only 6,000 off of you, bro. And I ain't charged $2,899 to do it. I charged $200 and I opened it up for 100 kids. I ran an AAU program, 2 teams, a bunch of boys, transported them myself. I had 16 kids in my Tahoe at one point, plus the assistant coach. Got the job done. I paid their way. They didn't pay for that league in the summer league. I paid for that. I paid for that. I paid for the uniforms. I'm in a different demographic than Stephen A though. Maybe he's in Hollywood with this shit. You come to my camp, I can coach you better than Stephen A ever played. And I'll do it for way cheaper. I challenge Stephen A to a one-on-one game. I bust his bum ass. I know I would. There is no doubt that Brown is oh, you know what? He won't play me. He'll be like, I broke my foot. I'm still feeling pain to this day.
My bone cracked in half my first year at Winston-Salem State.
Bruh.
There's no doubt that Brown is no fan of Smith either. And once Brown even challenged Smith to a fight. See, I don't want to fight. I want to hoop. That is definitely a little wild. Definitely. Though as of right now, no fight between the two has happened. I hope not. Come on, Kwame. It ain't that serious, bro. It remains to be seen if Stephen A. Smith will end up responding to Kwame Brown's jabs about his basketball camp. Though it is fair for people to want him to reduce the camp's price. It is also fair for Smith to charge whatever he wants for his services. I would say if you dumb enough to go in that camp for that much money, you dumb enough to not get game. And don't get mad when your ass don't get picked up in them pickup games because you went to a Stephen A. Smith camp and not Coach Kenny's. Or even CJ McCollum's. Or even Kwame Brown's expensive ass camp because he trying to charge y'all like quadruple that amount. Nah, he wouldn't do that to y'all, man. I'm just saying, to be real though, Stephen A. Smith, you got the most expensive camp in the United States of America. What do y'all think, man? Too high of a price? Holla at me, man. Comment below. Let me know. I'm out. Vibe out real quick.